The year is 1945. World War II has ravaged Europe for almost 6 years. The Nazi regime, once seemingly invincible, is now teetering on the brink of collapse. Yet in the heart of the Third Reich, Berlin stands defiant. It is a symbol of Nazi power, a beacon of hope for a fading ideology. But the city is a shadow of its former self. Allied bombing raids have turned its streets into a labyrinth of rubble and despair. The once proud citizens now cower in fear, their dreams of a 1,000-year Reich shattered by the relentless rain of bombs. The Red Army tightens its grip on the Eastern Front, inching closer to the German capital with every passing day. The writing is on the wall, but Adolf Hitler, the architect of this devastating war, refuses to see it. He remains holed up in his underground bunker, issuing delusional orders, clinging to the last vestiges of his power. Only 3 planes were shot down, all B-17S. The air hangs heavy with the stench of smoke and fear. Sirens wail, a constant reminder of the danger from above. Berliners have grown accustomed to the terrifying symphony of war, the distant drone of approaching bombers, the rising crescendo of anti-aircraft fire, the earth-shattering explosions that shake the very foundations of their city. Food is scarce, medicine even more so. The infrastructure is crumbling. Hope is dwindling with each passing day. Yet the human spirit, even in the face of such adversity, proves remarkably resilient. Amidst the ruins, acts of courage and compassion flicker like candles in the darkness. Neighbors help neighbors. Strangers share what little food they have. The human will to survive burns bright, even as the city around them crumbles. In a tragic twist, a lone B-47B dropped 45 mortars on an airfield, destroying it and setting it ablaze by accident. The Allied High Command knows that Berlin, the heart of the Nazi war machine, must be neutralized. A daring plan is hatched. Operation Thunderclap, a massive air assault on the German capital, designed to cripple the Nazi regime and hasten the war's end. The operation calls for an unprecedented aerial armada, over 500 American bombers, escorted by 250 fighter planes. This will be one of the largest bombing raids of the war, a testament to the growing might of the Allied air forces. The risks are enormous. The skies over Germany are heavily defended. German fighter planes, the formidable Luftwaffe, will be waiting. Anti-aircraft guns, known as Flak, pose a deadly threat. But the stakes are too high to ignore. The fate of the war and the future of Europe hangs in the balance. Section 4, Dawn of the Eagles, February 3rd, 1945. The day of the raid dawns cold and clear over England, a serene start to what would become a day of intense action. At airfields across the English countryside, a sense of anticipation and apprehension fills the air as crews prepare for the mission ahead. The ground crews work feverishly, making final adjustments to the B-17 Flying Fortresses and B-24 Liberators, the workhorses of the American bomber fleet, ensuring everything is in perfect order. Inside the bombers, young men, many still in their teens, don their flight gear, steeling themselves for the mission. They are the best of a generation, volunteers all united in their mission to defeat tyranny, driven by a sense of duty and honor. They joke with each other, share a last cigarette, and pen hurried letters home, knowing that this mission could be their last, yet determined to see it through. The roar of hundreds of engines fills the air as the bombers taxi down the runways and take to the sky, a powerful testament to their resolve. They form up in tight formations, their silver wings glinting in the morning sun, an awe-inspiring display of aerial might and coordination. The fighter escorts, nimble P-51 Mustangs, weave around the lumbering bombers, their pilots alert for any sign of danger, ready to defend their comrades. Section 5, A Storm of Steel. The flight across the English Channel is uneventful, but the tension inside the bombers is palpable. As they cross the Dutch coast and enter German airspace, the first bursts of flak appear in the sky ahead, black puffs of smoke that signal the beginning of a deadly ballet. The German defences are waiting. From their positions on the ground, anti-aircraft batteries unleash a torrent of steel into the sky. The air is filled with the deafening roar of exploding shells, each one a deadly flower of shrapnel capable of shredding a bomber to pieces. The bombers fly on, holding their formation as best they can, their pilots wrestling their heavy aircraft through the storm of flak. Each bomber carries tons of high explosives, a deadly payload destined for the heart of Berlin. Despite the intense barrage, only 3 planes are lost, a testament to the skill and bravery of the crews. Section 6. Through a hail of fire. The fighter escorts engage in fierce dogfights with German fighters that rise to meet the American bombers. The sky becomes a swirling carousel of twisting, turning aircraft, their machine guns spitting fire. Inside the bombers, the air is thick with the smell of cordite and fear. Gunners scan the sky for enemy fighters, their fingers tense on the triggers of their .50 caliber machine guns. Explosions rock the bombers as flak finds its mark. Some aircraft, crippled by enemy fire, begin to fall from the sky, trailing smoke and flames. Despite the losses, the bombers press on towards their target. They fly through a hail of fire, their determination fueled by a potent mix of duty, adrenaline and fear. The fate of the mission and the lives of thousands on the ground depend on their ability to deliver their payload. Gap 3S, Section 7. The sacrifice of the B-47Bs. As the bombers continued their perilous journey, a special squadron of 80 B-47B aircraft had a critical mission of their own. These aircraft were specifically chosen for their agility and firepower, making them ideal for the dangerous task ahead. These brave pilots were tasked with destroying the formidable anti-aircraft batteries that threatened to decimate the bomber formations. The stakes were incredibly high, and failure was not an option. The B-47Bs flew ahead, diving towards the enemy positions with unyielding resolve. Their mission was clear and their determination unwavering. Their cannons and rockets unleashed a storm of destruction upon the AAA batteries, silencing many of them and creating a safer passage for the bombers. The skies lit up with the ferocity of their attack. With each battery destroyed, the chances of the bombers reaching their target increased. The B-47Bs were making a significant impact. However, this daring mission came at a cost. The skies were filled with danger, and the enemy was relentless. In the chaos of battle, one of the B-47Bs was hit by enemy fire. The aircraft was critically damaged. The aircraft erupted into a fiery explosion, a stark reminder of the ever-present danger. The loss was felt deeply by all. This brave crew was one of 3 that were lost during the mission. Their sacrifice was a heavy price to pay. Their sacrifice was not in vain. The mission's success was a testament to their bravery and dedication. By neutralizing a significant portions of the anti-aircraft threat, these heroes ensured that more bombers could reach their targets and strike a decisive blow against the enemy. Their actions were pivotal. Their courage and dedication exemplified the spirit of the Allied forces. They were true heroes. As the smoke cleared, the remaining B-47Bs regrouped and continued their mission, knowing that their fallen comrades had paved the way for the success of the operation. Their resolve was stronger than ever. The skies were a testament to their bravery, and their sacrifice would never be forgotten. Their legacy lived on in the hearts of those who survived. Gap 2S, Section 7. The Inferno over Berlin. The strategic bombing raid on Berlin was a calculated endeavor to cripple Nazi Germany's war machine. Planning began weeks in advance, with intelligence officers meticulously identifying key targets. Commanders mapped out flight paths, calculating risks and potential losses with precision. As the bombers approached Berlin, the city was on high alert, bracing for impact. Anti-aircraft batteries lit up the night sky with tracer rounds and flak bursts, creating a deadly spectacle. Bombers released their payloads over assigned targets, aiming for maximum destruction. Factories, rail yards, and military installations erupted in flames, engulfing the city in chaos. The impact was immediate and devastating, leaving nothing but ruins. Buildings crumbled and smoke filled the air, obscuring the devastation below. The wail of air raid sirens mingled with the roar of explosions, creating a symphony of destruction. For residents, it was a night of terror and uncertainty, as they sought shelter from the relentless bombing. The aftermath was a scene of utter destruction, with the city left in ruins. Fires raged uncontrollably, and the city was reduced to smoldering ruins. The raid showcased the might and determination of the Allied air forces. Many brave airmen paid the ultimate price, but their sacrifice was crucial to the mission's success. As the bombers turned for home, the crew reflected on the mission and its heavy toll. The scars of that night, both emotional and physical, would remain with them forever. The raid was a stark reminder of the horrors of war and the resilience of the Allied forces. Sadly, 42 brave men were lost along with 3 aircraft. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more historical content.